Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Kubera, One Last God. Being recorded at an ungodly hour. It's like nearly 2 in the morning. I don't know what has compelled me to record now. I'm awake and I'm not really tired either, so here we are. Multiple late nights in a row. I've definitely fucked with my sleep schedule. I'll probably end up waking up like 12. It'll be the afternoon by the time I wake up. Whatever, I don't care. This is what it is. I enjoy my life, so right now I don't need to worry about waking up on time. I can just work. I don't need to do a job. I don't have anywhere to be at a specific time, especially not on a weekend. So, you know, whatever. But anyway, I was getting to some Kubera, picking up from where we left off last time. Good God, this arc has been spicy. Yep.
You don't let your guard down easily, I see. Go and do your job.
Is that the only thing you can say?
Yes?
You're still as incompetent as ever.
The power of persuasion is not a transcendental. Any creature with emotion can be caught in the trap. It eats into you, slowly but persistently, and forces your inner desires to surface. Even when you realize you have been deceived, the responsibility falls on the holder of the desire. Both sin and punishment fall on the persuaded, not the persuader.
Kali, huh? Kali, huh? I mean, yeah, that's definitely how the gods view it, and yeah, it's not an incorrect way of viewing things. If somebody convinces you to do something, you're still the one that did it. You still, well, you know, did the thing.
Is perhaps the most unfair power in the world.
Is this something I need to hear?
Yes, you'll be facing it before long. Discard every desire, including goodwill and hatred. Don't let your guard down. This is all I have to say to you.
Jesus. Ever since, the incident at the end of Season 2, Lisa's really changed her outlook on God Kubera, huh? Season 3, Episode 80, Crime and Punishment 7.
Damn, what is happening? A human using Sura speak? And now, some transcendental I've never even heard of?
Oh shit, yeah, look. I didn't even notice this last time. I didn't pick up on him, but yeah. His, like, face is doing the thing that he did when, he used the neural bow the first time. In Season 2. When he let his hair down properly. Oh shit. Okay.
It looks like a light attribute transcendental, but there is a general light transcendental that I don't know of. This is... Ron Syruf, wake up! You're calling a transcendental. I am not your mother.
Why did you kill Dad? He was only trying to protect me.
He can't hear me at all. I'll have to subdue him by force. Huh? What? I can't get him to budge.
Yeah.
Partial surification? What in the...
Yeah, whatever state this is that Ron can enter, he's a lot stronger. Oh my fucking god.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Crazy bastard. At least he hasn't continued to attack. I need to regenerate and figure out what to do. He's too strong for me to use a purely defensive strategy, but I can't attack him since I don't know how much his body can take, and how much he can regenerate. I use a transcendental and it kills him.
Wake up. Please, let's wake up from this dream. Together.
Dream? He say dream. He's calling a psychological transcendental. He thinks it's a dream.
Wasn't this the way out? What is this place? Yuta? Why are you? I'm glad you're safe. No. Can't smile. It makes things hard for Yuta. Have you seen Ron? The sewer got to me too quickly, and I don't know what happened after. Yuta, you little worm. How dare you? How dare you change the name of my son?
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Right. Right. That's one of two people. That's one of two things right there. There's one of two things. There's only two things it could possibly be, in my opinion. That's either Kali. It's probably, I mean, but that, or fuck, or it's Taraka, or Takara. I genuinely don't know which way around. Is it Taraka or Takara? It's Taraka, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Although I mean, Taraka. I mean, because Taraka isn't actually Kali, so it could be either. But I mean, I guess it genuinely could be either.
Yuta would never use a transcendental like this. And you just said, my son. Which means... Surely a worm doesn't need something like that.
Season 3, episode 81, Crime and Punishment. 8.
Ron, can you hear me? You're... No, it's a dream. It's a dream, but I can't wake up. I can't. Ron, calm down and look at me. Ron, what do I do? This is not a dream. Did I really kill? I'm scared. I'm scared, Rana. I'm scared of myself. You're not scary, Ron. See? I'm not scared of you at all. You're not scared? Really? How? Because this is only a dream. Yeah, I'm only dreaming. But I can't wake up. I'll help you. If trying to open your eyes doesn't work, why not try falling asleep? If you go to sleep in this dream, when you open your eyes, you'll be back in reality. And the real you hasn't done anything wrong. None of this happened. It's all a dream, Ron. Thank you, Rana.
The pattern on his face is gone. Can it be? Hey, Ron! Ron Cyruf! Get up! What? Did you only just wake up? You're the one who just woke up. I didn't sleep like you did. As if. You were sleeping with your eyes open for ages. I tried shaking you awake, but it wasn't working. So I had to set off alone. You must have followed me later. Don't pretend you didn't sleep. Never mind. Just get up. We need to get moving right now.
Wait. Did you see that green thing? The animal leaves. I told it to stay and wait beside you.
What? You left that important thing by itself?
I didn't leave it by itself. I left it with you. You said you didn't sleep, so of course you should know where it went. Right? See, you slept too, so don't blame me.
If I didn't have to develop this little... Let's go. We need to find the human leaves and the animal leaves.
Are you sure the tracks end here?
Yes, they disappear completely near this pile of gold.
Then it's pretty likely that she took this to go up. But does Lise know how to operate this?
Why are you taking so long looking at it?
This machine is 23 years old. Give me some time.
So, who is this Rana?
Rana? Rana is my wife. Did I talk in my sleep?
Yes. Do you remember what you dreamed? That dream is probably this human's biggest vulnerability. If I figure it out, I may be able to use it later to gain his trust and develop.
It's a dream I used to have sometimes as a kid.
It's like a twisted version of my memories from the Cataclysm. I was attacked by my mom, who was a half. I lost consciousness and my brother rescued me.
Hey, yeah, Lutz. I was like, right, I have a brother. Why did I forget about Lutz? What the fuck? Bro, I'm dumb.
And my mom died because of my brother.
Because of your brother?
Yes. My brother says that it couldn't be helped. But I still don't know whether he had to do it. I'm grateful that he saved me, but my brother is good at magic. He could easily have stopped her without killing her.
That's strange. When you talked in your sleep, it sounded like you were the one who had killed your mother.
The dream is different. In the dream, I'm always the one killing my mother. I hadn't had that dream lately, but I had it so often when I was young that I had to see a counselor. Apparently my dream has me killing my mother because I don't want to resent my brother for what he did. There we go. This probably leads to an above ground temple or magic guild. Even most rich people wouldn't be able to store gold in an underground space with distorted depth. By the way, the dream just now was weird. It was different from when I was young.
What was weird? He's just like, yeah, tell me more. Yes. It was different, yes. Yes, I see. Yes, very interesting.
During the Cataclysm, Rana still called me Oppa. But in the dream just now, she called me Ron.
Oppa is a Korean honorific used by younger females to address older males.
Well, it's been ages since she started calling me by my name. I'm used to it now. So I guess the dream has changed. What's wrong with my sleeve?
This is taking a long time. Will it take much longer to get above ground?
Wow, look at that. It looks like we've come straight into the center of the temple.
That might not be a good thing. Something tells me that might not be the best of outcomes. Oh, no, that's my take on it. I've got pins in the fucking foot because I sat on it weirdly. I'm strange. I sit on chairs like a fucking L. Fucking Death Note. Like sometimes I will just. Like you ever see me randomly rise in my sitting position? Like you just saw my fucking knee then. Well, not my knee, but you saw my clothed knee. Just because I sit on my chair like my fucking. I don't know. Weird. Whenever I can get it in camera shot. Yeah, like this. Look at that. I'm strange. Anyway, moving on. Completely weird, unnecessary tangent. It wasn't even a tangent.
Wow, you're tough. I'll give you that. You didn't even scream when you lost your limbs. You should be able to regenerate since no one's put on the bracelet. Maybe you're not close enough to dying yet. He really made something useless, didn't he?
Which of the two do we think is it given? I'm more leaning toward Carly. Season 3, episode 82, Crime and Punishment 9.
And it takes quite a bit of time for you to regenerate. That's not very useful in an actual battle. Did you think hiding would work? Here's where it gets real. Now you can't regenerate either. I wouldn't use Transcendental, so try running away if you can. If you get caught again, I'll grind you up with that useless bracelet of yours. Look at my son. Look, my son. Look at her running and leaving you in my clutches. An ugly end to the human you trusted.
Yeah, it seems like it's probably Callie.
A creature weighed down with sin has no right to peace. You run, fall, bleed. Countless times you are pierced, torn apart, eaten. This is your fate, Kubera Lise. You cannot escape this pain while you live. Why live such a pitiful life? If you want to die, I could kill you painlessly.
Oh shit. That's the paralyzing dagger as well.
What is this? I only stopped using insight for a moment.
Yeah, it's Kali.
What a stupid mistake. Vishnu would die laughing if he saw me. It's no use running with a wound like that. You'll die soon anyway. Why even try? I need to get away, however I can. I need to get as far away as possible. If I die here, Yuta will think I died because of him. He'll be sad. It'll hurt him for a long time. He might even think I died blaming him. That's not true. I don't want to be remembered like that. I don't want to be a painful memory for you. Yuta, this is not your fault. Even if I die, it's not your fault. I don't blame you. So please, don't blame yourself. Please, wake up! Just a few more minutes. Are you tired? Yes, I want to rest. You still need to get up. Come on, please. Leave me alone. Let me sleep, Yuta. I said don't use that name, filthy human. You still have the strength to glare at me. If you've come to your senses, know your place. You should know by now that I'm not someone you can point that sword at. Also notice the wound on his chest is also opened. Like it looks like a gaping void. Yeah, this is absolutely Kali. There is no question at all that this is Kali. The reference to insight, it makes sense as to why Yuta can read minds when his eyes are green. Because if this is actually Kali in, like, possession of his body. The eyes are green, Kali's text bubbles are in green, she can use insight. Does that mean Yuta has, like, a form of insight? Okay. Okay. Incredible. It is not for your own sake that you give up the fight. You are worried that it may hurt my son. You know how to hide your thoughts to an extent, but you lack the enlightenment to do it properly. You will fool any ordinary god, but those beyond that will only be irritated by your cleverness. I wasn't trying to hide my thoughts on purpose. Is that so? If you create that maze without intending to do so, that is intriguing in itself, I suppose. But I have no wish to converse while searching through a maze. Can I not just be honest in my answers? There'll be no need for you to search through a maze if you just believe me. You want me to believe the words you speak? Okay, let's see how honest you are. What is your honest impression of me? You're childish, petty, arrogant, and cruel. More so than even the bullies and gangsters. By bullies, you mean Azteca. And by gangsters, you mean Nastica. Well, at least you don't sweeten your words. I'll have to take on a more patient treatment if I'm not to rip you apart while we converse. Yeah, I like Kali. I like her attitude. Cigar is still the only one for me, though. You know, so I'm not that kind of guy. Sorry, Kali. I'm such a fucking goofer. I'm such a goob.
I'm out. Sometimes I disappoint even myself with the idiocy that comes out of my mouth. Season 3, episode 83, Crime and Punishment 10.
Do you have to continue using that body? No. Your son will want to see you as well. If you thought that body makes me... If you think that would make me leave this body, you've chosen the wrong tactic. My son would never want to see me. I'm sure all he remembers of me is all the abuse. Is abuse of all kinds. Ah, there you go again. Stop worrying about Utah. So useless. You think you're in a position to worry about him? With a name of no power, no less. I gave him a name because he said he could not reveal his real one. When I gave him a list of names, he liked Utah best. Yeah, so it would have been. And a name he acknowledged himself. A name he acknowledged himself would have had the right to eat away at his true name. But that was a choice he made because he was unable to use his own. He was hiding from Taraka and feared being tracked. He chose the name that was closest to Jatayu, the name he mistook as his true name. By now he would have remembered his name before Jatayu, but it doesn't look like he trusted but it doesn't look like he trusted enough to tell you. That's the way it is. He wanted to break away from me, but he cannot escape the bonds I have set for him. In the first place, he was created to destroy everything that I define as evil. That is his reason for being. What do you define as evil? I don't know. Many things, starting with that blasted Vishnu. A world that should not exist, all the creatures of that world. The values those creatures pursue through their lives. Their ideals, justice, honor, pride, relationships. Or love, for instance. Why are you surprised? You already knew that love would be impossible, did you not? What hope did you have for someone that tries to eat you at every opportunity? Do not feel pity for him. Do not feel pity for him in your ignorance. A life without love is the greatest blessing. I know too well the harms of love, and I wanted my son to be freed from it. So, let go of your false hopes. My son can't love you, or anyone else, until the end of this world and beyond. He will forever be alone. However, your thoughts, despite their presumption, have moved me a little. So I think I will give you a little prize before I kill you here.
Hey, I said come here. Seriously, that... We're on Cyrov. He's become slower than he was before. When humans have a power beyond them, they usually use their vigor or life force. But a quarter can't possibly fight me hand to hand with vigor alone. It's far more likely that he is paying with his life that power. Should I tell him? Is it okay that he doesn't remember? Don't just watch, help me! That thing has the eye of punishment. Isn't it more important to you than it is to me? Here. Huh? What are you staring at? You carry it. Yeah. Okay. You're really fast. I only looked away for a second. What's up with this thing? It used to understand human commands and follow this by itself. I even untied its leash. Now that we found it again, it's become stupid. It forgot its toilet training, for God's sake! It was never toilet trained. I've seen it do that before. Although not recently, while it was with us.
I wonder if it's freaking out because you're getting closer to Kali's temple. Well, the Temple of Chaos. But I wonder if that... I wonder if it's, you know, instincts kicking in. Either that, or it's just it doesn't like Ran.
Ah, really? Then what happened to it? Was it possessed by a god or for the last few days or something? Was it?
You know... oh my. Was Carly possessing this fucking thing? Do we think that ever since... Oh my god, it makes sense with Karts using Inda to Kali. Oh my fucking god, it makes sense as well. Has Kali been possessing Catleys the entire time? No, I think you're right, Ram, bro. Oh my god.
Possessed by a god? How?
No, it's just a phrase.
We use it when someone does something way beyond the scope of their normal abilities. Why possessed by a god, though, when gods are not the only creatures superior to mortals?
We could call it being possessed by Sura, then.
Humans worship gods, not Sura. Would we call it being possessed by a Sura, then? Humans worship gods, not Sura. Why?
Well, because Sura are hostile and gods are benevolent. Sometimes.
You worship someone because they're benevolent. I can't understand that. Power is the only criterion of submission.
Okay, I don't even know where to start persuading him.
It looks like we're almost here, but I don't see the humanlies anywhere.
Maybe she didn't come here. She can't have opened the door by herself.
The clue about Kali is supposed to be behind this door.
Yes, but I don't know how Yuta knew about it and told the gods. Can you tell from here what's behind the door? I can kinda see through the gap here. That's...
Whoa. What is it?
I saw her naked body. I'm going to hell for disrespecting the gods.
What? Ron Syrof, is he in his right mind?
No, clearly not.
It's not in the state where you can tell whether it's naked.
But to be fair, the silhouette he sees here is fundamentally different. The Sura... So Maruna is seeing something that looks a hell of a lot more Sura-like in appearance. Whereas Ran, who is majority human, is seeing something that looks more humanoid, more human, more godlike. I wonder if it has anything to do with genetics. Also, I've just seen in the thumbnail of the episode after this one, there's a blindfolded Asha. Why? Oh no. But oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Oh yeah. I don't know what the fuck that was.
A little prize? Perhaps little, perhaps big. The goal you had when you left your village that day.
I will let you achieve it. Do not, please, do not accept anything that this woman says through Yuta's body.
The goal I had? That's meaningless now. The people of my village, they didn't die because of him. That day, in my village, no one died.
Which is true. The death count was nil. The only one from that village that we have seen since then is Kaz. And one of you pointed out in the comments of last week's video, yeah, I don't think any of the residents of that village were real. Or even alive, at least.
So, you've had revenge because you didn't know the truth. And now that you do, your desire for revenge has disappeared. Because he didn't kill them after all. It has to be so. There's yes and there's no. What does it has to be mean, I wonder? You resent him emotionally, but think a sin depends only on the results of one's actions. What are you intending? If you're trying to persuade me to use me... I know. Why would I need to use you? If I just kill you here and give the red and white bird Maruna a chance to develop, he will accept my offer without a moment of hesitation. But still, I am offering a deal to you first. That's why I called it a prize. From my perspective, I'm killing a useful pawn just to let you... just to let your long-held wish come true. I did wish it for a long time, but I cannot do that. He wasn't the one who did it. Taking revenge on him is... Right, then what about this? Do you know what Asha did to your father, Rao? I'll tell you 2 different stories about what happened that day. Afterwards, you can decide whether to accept my prize or not.
Don't accept it. Don't fucking accept it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Season 3, episode 84, Crime and Punishment, 11.
In N5, on the transport ship from Cart to Wilvrave, Asha was planning to kill Rao. But when it came to the act itself, she had second thoughts, and decided she could not. But she did not have time to remove all the traps that she had set to kill him. So, despite her intentions, Rao died. Is that true? Do you think it's true? Listen, here is another story. In N5, on the transport ship from Cart to Wilvrave, Asha tried to kill Rao. She did it in cold blood, without a moment of hesitation. But despite her merciless intent to kill, Rao survived. Because he wanted to see his daughter again. You can choose to believe whichever one of these 2 stories. What I want to ask you is this. In which of the stories does Asha commit a greater sin? Answer me, Kubera Lees. Which Asha do you think deserves a harsher punishment?
I'm going to give my thoughts on this. So, you have one where Asha deliberately sets up traps to kill Rao, succeeds, however, before his death, had had a change of heart and didn't want him to die. He is still dead, and she still acted with the intent to kill him, and it was her actions that resulted in his death. That is still murder. In the second case, it's not murder because he doesn't die, supposedly. Instead, it's just aggravated assault. So if you go purely by laws of human laws, the first case is technically the worse of the 2 because it's a premeditated murder, even if she did not want to do it after the fact or moments before it was too late. And the second case is just murder, even is attempted murder, not assault. So that is technically a lesser crime than actual murder. However, we're not talking about crimes here. We're talking about sin. And there is a difference. There is a distinction between what people consider crimes and sins. And depending on your outlook, the first case, Asha, is less sinful because there is remorse there. Even though she did a worse act in killing Rao, she is resentful, she is remorseful. Her intention has changed. Yes, it doesn't change what she did. However, she's, well, as I said, remorseful. She would presumably want to repent. Whereas in the latter case, there is no desire for forgiveness. There is purely just, villainy and, committing the crime, committing the sin. There is no attempt for redemption. And so from this framing, the latter case is more sinful. Whereas from a human law standpoint, I'd say the former case is worse. But we're talking sin here, so I'd say the latter case is worse.
The second? Why? The second Asha did not kill Rao. Her intentions and her actions were far worse than the first. If the attacker's intent was to kill, and the victim survived through their own efforts, that does not exonerate the attacker.
Yep, hypocrisy, but also you can apply it to other things. Like Utah.
If what you just said is true, surely Maruna does not deserve to be exonerated either. The creature attacked your village, thinking the people were alive, and he did not hesitate even for a moment. He is like the second Asha. If you forgive him because of the results of his actions, it means your sword is pointed not at his malicious intent, but purely at the harm that was done to you. Think about it. He destroyed many villages before coming to destroy yours. Your village was only one of many. The victims in the other villages were killed, but they cannot take revenge on him. You are in a position to sympathize with them and take revenge on their behalf. But you do nothing, because you focus only on the harm done to you personally. There is no need to fear that you may fail. I said I would help you. I can make it so that you defeat him, even if he takes Sura form. That you can do it with your own hands. Ah, yes. You think my son may resent you if you kill his brother. That's why you hesitate. Then, how about when you didn't know? If you kill him when you did not know they were brothers, my son will not blame you. What do you... Do you know why a universe without Vishnu is doomed to fall? It is because no one is around to stop this power of mine.
What is she doing?
Oh god.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh no. Okay.
We will keep using Hodi Chandra and retreat inside the city to defend the Earth Barrier. What? You want us to go back? Just because of those two? I can't go! They took kill my friend! We can all just attack before they find us. It's not like they're in their Sura forms. Don't be foolish. He's not an opponent to be taken lightly.
Hey, right back here. Right. Way back when. This is before fucking... Teo dies. This is ages ago.
What if he surifies while we're retreating into the city? It is best to kill the Sura before they transform. Well, that gives you the right to order us around, Asha!
So she wasn't blindfolded, I just missaw it.
Here is my most precious power, but I give one of its limited uses to you. You can only kill one person here. However, decide well, depending on who you kill. The results you must face will be very different.
The bracelet's glow, seeping black. Right. Kali has the power to affect the past. You're taking the piss. Kali could affect the fucking past. Yeah, no, yeah, wow, okay, yeah. No wonder not having Vishnu is just a complete death to a universe, because Kali can just do this. Wow, Jesus. I just had some devilish thoughts. Anyway, let us... So, I think Lee's... I'm hopeful that Lee's won't kill anyone. That's best case scenario. Lee's doesn't kill anyone and history doesn't change. But who is she more likely to kill? Someone she in present despises, resents with basically every fiber of her being in Asha, being the reason her life turned out this way. Or would she turn her blade on Maruna for revenge? Either way, she's getting revenge. But there's one more thing. One more thing I want to comment on. Kubera's bracelet. A bunch of pieces have just fallen into place in my head. I think the reason why Kubera is losing his name and his power is because of a deal he made with Kali. When he made a deal with Kali to give Gadhava the ability to erase souls, there's probably more to it than just that. I bet there's a bit more going on than just he's now able to erase. I feel like she'll have done much more. But Kali doesn't do anything for free. There's no way she'd give God Kubera, special privileges or anything like that at all. So I'm thinking, maybe, just maybe, she exchanged the power of the name that allows Gadhava to erase souls for the power of Kubera's name. Or something, not instantly, of course, but it seems gradual. Or perhaps that's why his name was dispersed among so many people. And he was losing his power because of that, and when they were all dying, he was getting stronger. Seemingly, at least. And with the bracelet clearly reacting to what Kali has just done, I think Kali has some jurisdiction over Kubera's items. I might be completely off base, but that's just what I think right now. Oh my god. I love this series.
If that guy is a powerful Sura, then we definitely can't give him a chance to turn to his Sura form. Just stand there looking at it. Attack already! Looks like you don't get it. Please, don't get caught up in this. We have to get out of here now. So, you know why she is stopping you, don't you? The days when you believed she cares for you are long gone. Why? Why did I come all the way here? I found this sort of return, and the enemy is right in front of us. This is my chance to get revenge, Asha. I understand how you feel, but not right now. First of all, you left the Sword of Return back there. So all I have to do is bring it here. But you can't just run off on your own.
She ain't just called it, she's also using its abilities as well. Did she never have shoes? I've only just acknowledged. Did she not wear shoes? Yeah, no, that... Kali's done something to Kubera's bracelet at the very least. Because its default is grey, not black. And Kali's items are all black so far. So, yeah. I feel pretty confident in my theory. Fuck you. If you disagree. No, obviously you're all entitled to disagree. Because you all know more than me. Anyway, Season 3, Episode 85, Crime and Punishment 12.
Why do you stop her? You think she's not strong enough?
What? I don't know who's saying that first line.
No. You would have stopped her even if she had enough power. Because that Sura died right here. Right now. You no longer have an excuse to use her. Who are you? Me? I'm someone who wants more than anyone for this child to be happy. You constantly oppress her and try to bend her to your will. I respect the path that she has chosen. It does not matter whether she can win right now. It does not matter if this ends in her death. If being alive ultimately means being used, the sooner everything is over, the happier she will be. I thought it would be a difficult decision, but you didn't even hesitate. I hope you aren't making just any choice out of despair. A creature with no logic to its cause and effect is not even worth studying. You are not Lise, are you? Who do you think I am? Why do you think I'm not? It will get complicated if other humans get involved. I will let you two talk separately.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is a crazy opportunity.
See, the Lise I know would not be able to do this. You use a skill like this, and still expect me to believe that you're Lise. You've had contact with Lise again, haven't you? Like the day you put that bracelet on her. You met her again, and you... Her personality is getting in the way of her intelligence. Anyhow, this is an opportunity for you. Go along with it. Pretend to be the other entity she speaks of, and she will reveal everything on her own.
So she thinks, I imagine she thinks Lise right now is God Kubera. I don't think Asha is aware that this is Kali that's assisting her here. Because it's obviously, it was because of God Kubera that she got the bracelet.
You think I shouldn't be meeting this child? You can't. If no one else has... If no one else has to be by my side, why do you think I'm walking this path? When it comes to the last step, nothing will work without your cooperation. Ah, yes. It's not that god. It's Vishnu. It's Vishnu. You've possessed a human body since you don't have your own.
Saying yes will allow you to get more out of her. I was just wrong. She thinks this is Vishnu. She thinks this is fucking Vishnu.
You talked as if you were going to disappear forever. It looks like you found the power to possess a human body, at least. Did you change your mind once you recovered your powers? Does Lise, even after losing her original glittering fate, still have a higher chance of winning than me? Or is she your chosen candidate from the very beginning? No wonder. From the day I met her, things started going wrong. You are an absolute being who knows the results of every choice. You should have told me all these important things. You told me you had chosen me, but you were lying. Lise was your candidate and you were trying to use me as her guide. You wanted me to feel guilty, so you told me to kill Rao. Were you told to kill Rao? Tell me, did someone tell you you had to do it? Did you have no choice? If you have a strong story worth my pity, go on. Tell me. It would have been better not to say that. I don't need to watch any longer, it seems. I will return ahead of you. Go on and see the end you wanted to see.
Don't do it, Lise. Whatever you do, do not do what Carly is goading you into. Do not let her coax you. Do not let her sweet, velvety words tempt you into doing something, okay? It will not be free. It will come at a heavy price, Lise. Do not listen to that woman. I mean, I would.
What? Who used that? Sorry, I didn't let you do that. Maybe Asura. You're not Vishnu. Vishnu would never say what you just said. Who are you? Why are you interfering in... I told you. More than anyone else in this world, I wish this child happiness. I respect the path that she has chosen.
Yeah, good. So she's not going to do anything.
Why you? Why only you? Huh? Where did she go? Decision with respect. A decision which respects her past self, who knew nothing. How difficult. I thought I understood human being, but I see now I still have a long way to go. Shall I give her a chance to choose again? If I let her make this choice, it costs me too much.
I think I know whose soul's in fucking Teo's body now. I think I bloody well know. And aren't Teo's eyes that teal green as well? Or are they slightly bluer? Coincidence? Probably. No, fuck. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is so blissfully evil. That is so blissfully despicable. Oh, Carly, your machinations are exactly what I live for. This is fantastic.
My soul has already left this body. A world without Vishnu crying over a human corpse is utterly meaningless. I know this, and yet I am crying. Why? Why am I crying over your death?
All the stars that you destroyed, including Gressvon, the humans you killed. Do you feel remorse for any of them at all?
Just one. Just one. When Agni said that, you were the only one I thought of. I knew my past acts were what the gods call sins, but I merely knew my loved ones wanted me to stop doing such things. So I became what they wanted. That was all. I did not stop my slaughters because I felt guilt for killing human beings. So why is it different with you? Why does it hurt?
It has always seemed like Hura has known way more than she should. Oh my god, there's been so much shit. There's been so much stuff. I'm eating good. This is like Christmas. This is Christmas, but better. This is Kuberamus. That's such a dumb thing I just said.
What are you doing here? Godhava, the human spells were about to hit you earlier, so I rushed in to protect you. You disappeared without even saying thanks. That wasn't very nice.
Hura, I'm not in the mood to talk to you. Get a cigar, Maruna.
Are you gonna stay here? It might be dangerous. The battle isn't over. You overexerted yourself taking syrup form earlier. You must be feeling weak. If you stayed here, you might be trampled to death by someone.
It's none of your business.
Do you want to know how to revive that human? It doesn't come for free, though. If you gain something, you have to lose something. And if you have sinned, you have to be punished. Isn't that the way of the world?
Season 3, it's episode 86, Crime and Punishment 13. I think all the events we've seen are ones Kali has fucked with. Lise will not succeed in killing Maruna because Kali will not let her succeed in killing Maruna because it's beneficial for her for Maruna to be alive because he is very easy to manipulate in her eyes. It seems like she can't directly interfere with the past, but she can influence people influence people in the past is the way I'm seeing it. It's not quite she can just go back in time. I mean, basically she can, but it doesn't seem like she has total manipulation of the past. Bruh, I knew there's a reason I liked her.
You said you would return ahead of me. What kept you?
Yeah, she didn't kill Maruna.
How does it feel to return without even killing Maruna? You knew that things would turn out like this. I have no memory of that day, so I didn't know all of that had happened. But you must have known everything. That your son would appear to intervene. It was because of the events of that day that he developed to the 3rd stage. Even if you had attacked Asha, my son would have still developed. If you had tried to attack Asha, my son would have appeared to stop you. When you saw my son in front of Maruna, your intent to kill was weakened by your conscience. You could not kill my son's brother in front of him. That meant the chance I gave you lost its justification, and you were separated from the past. After that, your past self was attacked by Maruna, and my son developed to fight him. And that is the real past which has led to the current universe. But if you had decided to kill Asha, my son's interruption would not have blunted your intent to kill. You would have ignored him and tried to attack Asha. Unleashing the power of your sword, Asha's life would have been in true danger. And my son, to oppose you and the power of your sword, would have developed to protect Asha.
This ties back to when it was shown that the reason Yuta was struggling so much is because he had a choice to make. But it wasn't that he had a choice. It was Lise who had the choice of how Yuta would develop. Either into a more human guise. Although, actually, judging by the little image we see there, it's almost as if by protecting Lise to fight Maruna, he became more like a Taraka. Or like Kali. Whereas choosing to defend Asha makes him look more like a Garuda. How different. Okay. It wasn't Yuta that had that choice way back with them. It was Lise that had the choice. Now.
All because Vishnu's chosen candidate is Asha. For that reason alone, he would protect Asha and fight me, and even develop.
Of course, at first. He only intended to stop you from fighting, but the moment you unleashed your sword and showed your intent to kill Asha, my son became convinced that you are the enemy my mother has planted to hinder Vishnu.
Which, from what we just saw, would actually have been true. Because the only reason Lise would have had the will and, like, wants to kill Asha is because Kali sent her back. So, that isn't wrong.
And he believes everything he has seen of you thus far is an act. How could it be otherwise? She educated him for hundreds of years, and Asha gave him Vishnu's version of the story.
Vishnu's version of the story. Which and what story, Kali? I am all ears.
He is a gullible child and came to believe that Vishnu is right, not his mother. If you had tried in earnest to kill Asha that day, my son would have seen you as his enemy. And you would have met the most pathetic amends, trapped inside your N15 self. I would have prepared things to turn out that way. My son would have developed, and you would be removed, no longer able to bother my son. You don't care that your son would be on Asha's side. I thought Asha was Vishnu's chosen candidate. It doesn't matter. If you die that day, you also die in Saha's place. And the Ananta clan does not need to continue their war. So they go straight to the resurrection of Ananta. Ananta's resurrection is your goal? No, my goal is for Ananta to be resurrected and for my son to die at the same time. Ananta is resurrected. Son dies? Why? I can't tell you that. What I can tell you is that my son would have returned to life, having forgotten Vishnu, Shuri, and all else. He consumes anything that gets in his way and grows. In the end, he swallows the universe itself. That was the fastest route to the destruction of the universe at the time, although it's just an unfulfilled possibility. How cruel. If you wanted that to happen in the end, why did you say it was a prize for me? But it is, even if you live. You would only suffer. What else could be an early... Yeah, what else could an early death be but a prize? Of course, all of this would have happened if you had attacked Asha, but you chose to attack Maruna. That choice led to you becoming the person you are now. Then, the incident that created your current being. Is it not a prize of a sort? And what if you had not given me your prize? If I attacked no one that day? If I stayed unchanged? What would have happened then? Then my son would have not developed on that day. And Samfari would have killed him. You as well, of course. In that universe as well, Samfari uses you to make my son suffer.
Yeah.
And the resurrection of Ananta would commence, and my son would come back to life. His development may be delayed, but it is only a detour. I don't have much to lose there either. In fact, the current universe, with you still alive, is the most bothersome universe for me. If it displeases you so much that I'm alive, why not just kill me? Why go to all of this trouble? I know, right? Why create the universe at all? Why go through all that trouble?
What are you trying to fucking imply? I genuinely, I don't know what she's trying to imply with that. Obviously, she's trying to imply that, yeah, what... She's saying what's the point in making the universe if it's just going to constantly get destroyed and remade and destroyed and remade and destroyed and remade and destroyed and remade. with Vishnu not really being able to intervene. It seems like he's... why can't Vishnu intervene? That's... I think that's a more interesting question. There's something more to that than just the cycle I just described.
The universe owes its existence not to precision, but to sloppiness, not to order, but to chaos. A machine that gives predictability, predictable answers, has no value. Nothing was created because of its necessity. Do you understand the meaning of my words? Do you mean that you're keeping me alive because my actions aren't predictable? You're half right, and half wrong. As I said earlier, if your intention is to use me, sometimes it is better to choose to be used. You see, I intend to give you a very powerful name. One that will let you challenge even the Nastika that scorned you in the sewer realm. A name of great power.
I can't stop there. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. This is so good. This is so good. Yeah, I see why some of you were saying that this is in contention for the best arc. Yeah. Oh my fucking god, this is so good. This is so good. Holy shit, bro. Oh my fucking god.
Give me a name? You can do that? Of course. I am a primeval god with the divine right to manage names. And I have many powerful names in my possession.
Is that how the Eye of Punishment causes things to develop? I wonder.
The reclaimed names of Nastika, the shelved names of Aztika, and even the names of ancient humans are now extinct. Soon enough, you will be dead, and the universe will be destroyed. Would it not be a meaningful end to your life? To stand atop the world and take vengeance for your suffering? What meaning is there, standing atop the world? Unfortunately, your offer holds no merit for me.
She doesn't seem too shocked by your answer there, Lise. Season 3, Episode 87, Crime and Punishment 14. But given how Kali handles things, I feel like if you take her offer there, she benefits. Because she chooses what name to give you. And she will just give you one that, you know, benefits her, and there'll be some kind of stipulation involved that will just be massively in her favor. And if you don't, well then things plan out as they would have anyway. I don't think Kali loses or gains anything. I don't think she loses anything by you not, and only gains if you take the name.
Rather, I have a question. Earlier, about how I had given your son the name Yuta. You said he acknowledged the name, so it had the right to eat away at his true name? I did. Then, it means that whatever name you give me, it will be meaningless if I do not acknowledge it? That is true. But are you in a position to refuse my offer? This is a double of my son, not even his real body. Yet you are utterly defenseless against me in this form. What will you do with such little power? Do you wish to die pathetically like your other selves that are now unfulfilled possibilities? You have been alive for an unfathomable length of time. I'm sure you have another solution that does not involve a name. How interesting. You are making me a counter-offer. Your price just now taught me that your offers are never innocent. If I acknowledge a new name, I will lose my true name, and I will have to pay a price for my new name. And if the name you wish to give me is so powerful, why are you not using it yourself? That's quite a sharp question. To put it simply, it is because the name of a primeval god is better.
Only primeval gods are free from the chains of cause and effect, end and beginning.
So that's why you can do whatever you want?
Yes. Primeval gods have no obligation to pay the price, whatever they do.
But there can be no child born between a god and a Sura. You would have used the name of a Nistika to give birth to your son. Do you still have the power of a primeval god? Why is it that you limit your actions and stay in the shadows, even in a world without Vishnu? You left your son behind and disappeared several hundred years ago, and the Chaos attribute became nil. Is it not because you are losing your primeval god name?
How confident you sound.
What other explanation is there for you keeping me here? You not come out in the open, so you wish to give me a name.
No, I gave up on the idea of giving you a name when you first refused. If you have no desire for power at all, it is a waste of my time. I will make you a different offer. What about an item that has to do with your true name? Yeah, this very much leads to this. Basically, proved that I think is the final nail in the final like definitive point to Kali having dominion to an extent over Kubera's items. Good hydration.
I saw this place on my way here.
Anything else would merely be cumbersome to you right now. So I recommend these shoes. They will greatly increase your defense and regenerative abilities while in contact with the earth. They are what you need most right now. God Kubera used to use these shoes in the old universe, so they will not hurt your true name either.
Really?
If you don't believe me, why not take the item and show the gods that are on Wilfrave?
Why are you giving me help? This isn't of any benefit to you at all.
Keeping you alive is of no benefit to me either. Kubera Lees, whose pawn do you think you are?
Well, if Asha is Vishnu's pawn, I thought
that you are mine.
This sort of return and the height of bondage are both yours, and all the gods in this Tika told me that you were trying to use me, that you were trying to shift the weight of sins onto me.
Give it your all, Kali. You think it is justice to stand against us, but the creatures of a dying universe are nothing more than evil. Well, try your best then. I hope you don't come to regret that you accepted the likes of that item, rather than a name that all would covet.
What about you? Are you sure you won't regret letting me live and giving me this item?
Perhaps.
Huh? Lise? Yuta? See, I told you. I said Lise would be here since she doesn't know how to work the elevator. What the hell? You two, if you managed to get away safely, you should have come to find us. We're worried about you, and here you are, just hanging out by yourselves.
I'm sorry, I was looking for something.
Looking for what? What we're here for is up there. Kali's body, the objective of our mission. We've already found it.
Ron, just a minute.
You know, this guy and I looked through the gap in the door, and we saw completely different things. He says he saw a bunch of twisted rags, but I don't agree at all. I'm sure it's Kali naked. I'm telling you, she's 100% nude. Kali's not happy about that. So my earlier assumption that them seeing different things was because one's Asura and one's human, I think that is now not true. I think it is because Kali is dual-wielding names, and they are affecting how people perceive her differently. And judging from the little reaction there,
I don't think that's beneficial to her. But let's find out, shall we?
Ron doesn't know what's going on. That's all. He means you no offense. So, please.
Huh? Why are you being so formal to Yuta?
Ron, this might be difficult to believe, but listen. Right now, Yuta is... You're making me sad, Lise. You said you don't need to take revenge on your enemy anymore. You said it doesn't matter if I'm his brother. So why are you trying to distance yourself from me now?
Hey, don't be so hard on him. I noticed you two were awkward around each other all the way from Wilvrave. And now you're trying to distance yourself from him?
No, Ron, this is...
Oh, yeah. I approve. Kali approve. I approve. Animosity. Kali is 100% animosity approved. I like ye. I was gonna say red flags are looking green, but her text boxes are green. So, well, they're a teal. The coincidence? I think not.
Doesn't it make you uncomfortable that I know so much? I was just trying to get you an item that will help you since we're here. I only hope to lessen your suffering, if only a little.
What? He had good intentions. Just keep the item. What did he ever do wrong? I feel sorry for the guy.
You feel sorry for... No, you're right, Ron. I just felt like I didn't know him. I wasn't just meaning to distance myself. For some reason, he isn't the Yuta I know today.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. All aboard Train Kali. Season 3, episode 88. Crime and Punishment 15.
Come on, don't say that. Don't say that sometimes I suddenly realize he's really old as well, but he's a Rakshasa. He grows in a completely different way to us humans. He was just a little kid 7 years ago. He still prefers it when we're informal with him. So, isn't it better to do what he wants?
Huh? What? You never said you prefer informality? So what?
No, why would I? No, I just don't feel like it. I said I don't want to.
I'm glad you see reality quickly, Kubera Lise. Think about whose pawn that beast could be. Stop talking about things better left hidden.
Right, let's go up and find what we came to this planet to find.
Ron, there's no need to do that anymore. My mother isn't in a state to fully revive. When I was here last time, she was recovering and looked like she was going to revive soon. But this time her condition has deteriorated. It looks like she gave up on revival and used her power elsewhere.
Deteriorated? It can't be. She looked completely normal to me.
Really? Then let's go check again.
Okay, so maybe I'm wrong again. Is it that when Ran looked, it was prior to her using her ability to... prior to her sending Lise back. And when Maruna saw, that was after she did that. Because to be fair, that will be an instant to everyone else, that moment. But to them... But to Lise and Kali, time will have passed. But to Maruna and Ran, it will have been instant. So something like that happening makes sense.
What? It's completely different to what I saw before. Is that what you saw earlier?
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm partially right then.
No, it's worse than it was earlier. Earlier it looked like it had a head at least. But this...
Do you want to look, Lise?
Yes, Lise, check whether you see the same thing.
What's Lise gonna see? The same thing. Bruna.
I think my mother used her powers that took a lot out of her. She hadn't been fully recovered. I think she'll be out of action for a while.
How long is a while?
Several hundred years?
How is several hundred years just a while?
Anyway, it's certain that in her current condition, she can affect our reality.
Well, that's just a fucking lie.
What? She just gave up. Why?
Perhaps my mother thought that even if it meant she could revive, using her power would lead to her achieving her goal in the end?
Holly's goal is the destruction of the universe, isn't it?
Yes, my mother would have put a plan of destruction into motion, even while giving up her physical body. Ron, were you waylaid by any kind of power on your way here?
I don't know for sure, but this guy says I was hit by some psychological transcendental.
Looks like Ron is talking to himself. Yeah, I figured that from what we're seeing above. I do like that they're not going to put... If other people can't hear it, they're going to have Ron talk to himself.
That would have been a diversion. The real problem would have been happening somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
Don't you see? It's been several months since we got here.
What? That can't be true.
We spent 3 days in the water channel and 1 night here.
No, Ron, there's a possibility that more time passed than we knew. Was the Rakshasa hit by a psychological transcendental too? Did he suddenly collapse or was just stop like he was sleeping?
Yeah, he suddenly stopped like he'd fallen asleep. I left him sleeping and went to look for you two. I think I fell asleep myself.
It's certain. All of us were under the influence of the transcendental at the same time. During that time, on Wilvrave.
No! Rana! What is it? Tell me what's happening. I only heard one side of your conversation.
I'll explain as we go. Come on, to the water channel. Please, Yuta, hurry up. Go. You were already late. What about your son? You plan to take over his body permanently? Or you pretend to be your son in front of the gods on Wilvrave? You're still worried about that? You have forgotten that it's not my son's real body. I'm able to do this only because this is a double. If I could take over his real body, the universe would already have been destroyed. Then, your son is back in his real body, which is in the Sura realm. He was only ever in the Sura realm. He was controlling this double from afar. And I severed that connection temporarily so that I could take over. My strength is at its limit now. I can't do this much longer. The connection will be severed soon, and my son's connection will resume. Is it because of me that your body has deteriorated so far? Because you used too much power to give me your prize? I don't understand. You said your goal is the destruction of the universe. It would surely have been better for you to act yourself. But you gave up on your revival and used costly powers to make use of me instead. Look at how agitated you are, Kubera Lees. You are too weak. You are so weak to the goodwill of others. How troubled you will be if I do not give you an answer. So I will not. Find the answer yourself, Kubera Lees. However, it is true that Wilvrave is in danger, so I would advise you to make haste.
How much has happened in this 3 months? How much has happened in those 3 months? Heaven only, well, seemingly Kali only knows. Oh my, right, well, it has just turned 3 AM. So, I think that's a good point to leave it. Yeah, I should probably scroll down because I imagine, oh no, that isn't even the end of the arc. There's still more, oh my god. Yeah, I see why you guys were picking up Crime and Punishment. Yep, this is peak. This is genuinely incredible. I don't know how the fuck Kurigom does it. But this is so much joy to read. Anyway, we'll leave that there like I said. If you've made it this far and aren't already subscribed, hit the button. click that button. Leave a like, comment, notification bell as well. And by the way, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and until next time for another video. Ta-ta.
For now.
I don't know what that was, but Jesus.